गोलोकपति श्री वासुदेव के, गोलोकपति श्री वासुदेव के चरण शरण जब आयो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो। भटकत बहुत फिरो भवसागर, स्थिर होई कहूँ न स्थिरायो। भटकत बहुत फिरो भवसागर, स्थिर होई कहूँ न स्थिरायो। हरि पद विमुख तपत त्रिविध में, हरि पद विमुख तपत त्रिविध में, तेहु फिरी फिरी पिछतायो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो। भई कृपा संतन की पूरन, हरि चरणे चित लायो। भई कृपा संतन की पूरन, हरि चरणे चित लायो। प्रेमानंद भयो कृतारथ, प्रेमानंद भयो कृतारथ, गोविंद गोविंद गायो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो। गोलोकपति श्री वासुदेव के, गोलोकपति श्री वासुदेव के चरण शरण जब आयो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो, अविचल आशरो अब पायो, अविचल आशरो अब, आशरो अब, आशरो अब पायो। सहजानंद स्वामी महाराज की जय। Dear devotees, Jai Swaminarayan. 2 days back, one of the great saint of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, Pujya Lakshminarayan Swamiji has gone to the divine abode of Bhagwan Sri Swaminarayan, Akshardham. So today, in the divine memory of Pujyapad Lakshminarayan Swamiji, let's together perform Dhun. So I request all Gurukul family members and devotees, wherever you are, we will perform Dhun. Swaminarayan Narayan, Swaminarayan Narayan. 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 सहजानंद स्वामी महाराज की जय।
ॐ अवतारिणे श्री स्वामिनारायणाय नमो नमः। श्री हरिकृष्णाय नमो नमः। श्री पूर्णपुरुषोत्तमाय नमो नमः। Vachanamrut Gadada, first chapter, number 14, last para. After a while, Muktanand Swami again raised a question.
Louder.
It is said in the scriptures, Anteya matihi sagatihi. It means, as is the course of thinking at the last moment, so shall be the course of life after death. It seems the scriptures mean only this. If one thinks of God at the last moment of his course of life, after that will he be towards God? If not, his end will be bad. If that is so, what is the purpose of worshipping God after the whole life? Thereupon Shriji Maharaj explained, one who has really realized God in person will never lose ultimate good even if he remembers God or not at the last moment. The Lord is always there to protect him, and one who has turned his face away from the Lord will never achieve his final good even if he leaves his body in the state of perfect consciousness. He is sure to go to Yampuri, that is hell. Very many sinners die in a state of perfect consciousness, and devotees meet with an immature death. Does it mean that the sinner will achieve his final good and the devotees will not? Certainly not. The text must be interpreted like this. As is the course of thinking now, so shall be the course of thinking at the time of the death, and so shall be the course of life after death. If a devotee thinks that he has already achieved his ultimate good now and forever, he will achieve the same even at the last moment. And one who does not move in the company of saints and has not realized the divine image of God always thinks that he is ignorant and that he will never meet his good. Hence, his course of life after death will be according to what he thinks now. But those who are always engaged in the service of God have nothing more to achieve. Even others who came in the contact with such devotees achieve their final good. Hence, there is no wonder that the devotees are sure to achieve their ultimate good. However, it is very difficult to be a true devotee of God, because a true devotee of God always considers this physical body to be unreal. He knows that the actual reality is the soul. He will never desire to enjoy anything which is not first offered to the Lord. He will always act according to the will of the Lord and never otherwise. Such a man is said to be a true devotee of God. Any other person, though he may be a true devotee of God, if he is conscious of his body, is said to be an ordinary devotee. Iti a para from Vachanamrut Grada, first chapter, number 14.
वर्णिवेशरमणीयदर्शनम् मन्दहासरुचिराननाम्बुजम् पूजितं सुरनरोत्तमेर्मुदा धर्मनन्दनमहं विचिन्तये। ॐ अवतारिणे श्री स्वामिनारायणाय नमो नमः। श्री हरिकृष्णाय नमो नमः। श्री पूर्णपुरुषोत्तमाय नमो नमः। सर्वावतारी इष्टदेव भगवान श्री स्वामीनारायण, पूज्यपाद शास्त्री जी महाराज, पूज्यपाद गुरु महाराज, पूज्यपाद सद्गुरु श्री देवप्रसाद दास जी स्वामी जी, and अक्षर निवासी पूज्यपाद सद्गुरु श्री लक्ष्मीनारायण दास जी स्वामी जी, all other pious and Brahmanist saints, and my dear Gurukul family members. Jai Swaminarayan. Today's satsang, we are dedicating to our Akshar Nivasi Param Pujya Sadguru Sri Lakshminarayan Das Ji Swamiji. My dear Gurukul family members, every one of us has dream in our life, right? Even poor people gets dream of richness. Even ordinary people dreams to become extraordinary. And there are n number of various kinds of dreams we are getting, people are getting. But any one of us, or not us, just us, any one of the person would ever get dream about his death? Have you ever think, or have we ever thought about our death? No, because death itself is very dangerous. It's very horrible. Even 90 years old aged person doesn't want to die. Even one who crossed 100 years, he would be not praying for his death, or he would not be wishing for his death, because that is the time, we can say, that is the call, and death nobody likes. And because of that, none of us or none of person of this world gets dream of death, that after 5 years I want to go away, or after 10 years I want to go away. Nobody gets dream. Many other dreams we get, but this dream we never get, because death itself is a very danger. It's very horrible. So today we are going to have satsang on not just a death, or not just an expiry of someone, or not just a passing away of someone, but today we have satsang on a divine death, or a divine incident which took place very recently, and we are going to discuss on that. We are going to have satsang on this. We can say divine death, or divine as well as auspicious death. My dear Gurukul family members, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan is a God himself. No doubt, most of you being a Gurukul family members, you knew very well about Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, his life, his extraordinary power, his supremacy. But today's satsang, or the incident of Swamiji's divine and auspicious Akshardham Gaman, is boosting our faith in Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, is strengthening our faith in Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. It is also enriching or empowering our trust to the Gurukul and to the saints of Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul. So as we title our today's satsang, the promise first of its kind, right? The promise first of its kind. In this world there are many promises. We do give many promises in our day-to-day life, and there are also well-known promise like Satyavadi Harishchandra Raja, as well as even Bhishma Pitama's Pratigna, Arjun's Pratigna promise. There are many promises are well known in this world. But Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan's promise was the first of its kind. Means unique promise, matchless promise Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had given. And that promise is a mean which empower or enrich or encourage us to keep our faith or to keep our firm faith in Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. What is that promise? Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan promise. See, there are many incarnations incarnated on this earth. As Bhagavan Sri Ram, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, and either 10 incarnations or 24 incarnations. And Srimad Bhagavad says that there are not just even 24 incarnations. Many incarnations have taken on this earth. But when they come on this earth, they follow the complete format and template or structure of this mortal world. And though God is divine and eternal, but when he is on this earth as a human being, he also follows the same lifespan, and he again goes back to his divine abode. So similarly, every incarnations, Bhagavan Sri Krishna, Bhagavan Sri Ram, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, they went back to their divine abode. But while Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan left this world, mortal world, and disappeared from this world, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan promised to his devotees that Mara janane antakale jarur mare avavu. This is my promise to my all devotees, that one who is surrendered to me, I will take him to my divine abode at his last moment. Mara janane antakale jarur mare avu. One who is mine, means one who is surrendered to me, one who had taken Panchavartman Diksha and became a devotee of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. So Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan is saying that one who belongs to me, or one who is surrendered to me, at his last moment, I will myself, personally I will come and take that soul to the divine abode of my Akshardham. This is the matchless promise of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. This proves that even today, after 200 years, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan is present on this earth, and forever he is present on this earth by his promise. So my dear Gurukul family members, Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul, established by Pujya Shastriji Maharaj, Sri Dharmajivan Dasji Swamiji. Swamiji was one of the true saint of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, Ekantik Sant of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, and one who did not breathe his single breath for his own sake. Such dedicated and committed saints of Swaminarayan sect was Shastriji Maharaj. And we are very fortunate enough that we have come to the surrender of Swamiji, and Swamiji is our Guru. So my dear Gurukul family members, Swamiji established Gurukul in 1948. In the beginning stage, students were studying outside as a school, and they were just staying in Gurukul as a hostelers, residential. So one student joined Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot in his 6th class. Till 10th class, he studied in Gurukul Rajkot under Shastriji Maharaj and other senior saints. Then he did his college from Rajkot. Even he belongs to nearby Rajkot city. His village was very close to Rajkot town. After finishing his graduation, Shastriji Maharaj said him that you join as a teacher in Gurukul, and he joined as a teacher in Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul. His favorite subject was English, so he joined as an English teacher. His name was Lalji Bhai, Leela. Leela was a surname initial, Lalji Bhai. So Lalji Bhai joined Gurukul as an English teacher. Along with his teaching to the students, he was also very much involved in beginning stage of Gurukul Seva. At that time construction was in progress and Swamiji was doing continuous Seva after the school in the construction. With whole heart and devotion, this Lalji Bhai was doing Seva. So Shastriji Maharaj was very much pleased on him, and Shastriji Maharaj was very much happy on him. Days are passed, and one day he thought to become a Swamiji. While he was as a formal dress, my dear devotees, he was also liking the good dress and even tie, blazer, everything at that time in 1967. But with the blessings of Shastriji Maharaj, the vairagya, means detachment, is grown in his heart, and he thought of to become a Swamiji, and himself he went outside, he removed his hairs and wears white dhotis and came to Shastriji Maharaj, and Shastriji Maharaj was also surprised and shocked by seeing him in his dress. And finally he became Swamiji, and his name was, he was given a name Sadhu Lakshminarayan Das. So Pujya Lakshminarayan Das Ji Swamiji went to the divine abode of God, Akshardham, on 5th September, early morning. This incident is such a divine incident, my dear teachers and staff members. Being all of you are also teachers, right? Most of you. Most of our staff is present here. And Swamiji also served Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul as a teacher throughout his whole life. So as he joined Saint Ashram, and still he was continuing with the Swamiji's wish, Shastriji Maharaj wish, teaching, and he taught till he got retired. This incident, as Swamiji left this mortal body and went to the Akshardham on 5th September early morning, but this incident has given thousands of messages to all of us. Even the Swamiji's full life is with great inspirations. There are many incidents, and generally when somebody is not with us, then we come to know his real life. And same thing happened with Swamiji's personal life. Even till today, even we were not knowing such great virtues and quality of Swamiji's life. So today we are going to dedicate our satsang on Swamiji's feet, Pujya Lakshminarayan-dasji Swamiji's. Swamiji, as I said, what are the great virtues of Swamiji's? So first, if we take Swamiji's punctuality. Swamiji was very punctual in his schedule. He was very much timely in his day-to-day schedule. Every day Swamiji was waking up 3:30 in the morning. 3:30. I think most of us never woke up, right, in our life. Many of us are at the age of 30, 40, 50 also. But Swamiji was waking every day 3:30 a.m. After finishing his puja, as our Gurukul residential students also wake up morning 5 o'clock, then they come to puja by 5:15. So every day Swamiji, after finishing his personal puja, Swamiji was always guiding and helping and getting ready to the students while they come for puja. Means 5 o'clock every day Swamiji was the first present in the students' puja. Then students starts joining the puja throughout his whole life. Swamiji had served Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul School, Rajkot, as a teacher for many years, but you see his punctuality. Swamiji was never late for a minute to the school. Yeah, many of our devotees and teachers are opening their eyes. Swamiji was never got late even for a minute throughout his whole life. Every day Swamiji was reaching to the evening prayer and especially Arti, Nirajanam without fail. Every day Swamiji was himself, he was performing Arti and he was never getting late, not late, even he was the first and he was performing Arti every day. At 3 o'clock, as 12 o'clock, Thakurji go to sleep and 3 o'clock again, God wakes up. So every day 3 o'clock, even Swamiji was the one who is the first always to be present, and Swamiji was singing devotional kirtans at 3 o'clock when Thakurji wakes up. So likewise, even my dear devotees, in Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot, if you have seen that building, we have big clock tower, and that is olden technical system of that tower. So we have to, every week we have to go and we have to, what did it say? Chabi bharna. Yeah. Means we have to, turn it. So, till his last day, my dear family members, Swamiji was weekly, he was going. Suppose even one day or 10 minutes somebody gets late, Swamiji gets late, that time will change. But since for many years, Swamiji was going weekly very regularly. So punctuality of Swamiji was even we can say beyond our imagination. Such punctual Swamiji's personal life was. Next to punctuality, if we say persistency, means continuousness. Okay, 1 month even many of us can come in time, right? Even many of us are there, those who have never taken leave for 1 year. Is there anybody who never taken, in a year, who did not take a single leave? Difficult, right? But you will be shocked, my dear family members. Swamiji served 36 years as a teacher, though he was a Swamiji. But after becoming Swamiji also, Shastriji Maharaj said you have to continue teaching, and Swamiji was teaching full day, morning to evening, all the classes Swamiji was taking, English subject, and Swamiji have taught even Pujyapad Guru Maharaj, Pujyapad Sadguru Sri Devprasad Swami, Pujyapad Gnan Swarup Dasji Swamiji, all our even senior saints, now those who have crossed 70 years, even they have studied under Pujya Lakshminarayan Dasji Swamiji, and Swamiji have taught them English subject. So 36 years after that, according to government, Swamiji got retired because that was a granted school. So in 36 years, Swamiji did not take single leave. Swamiji did not take single leave, and not even officially permitted by government is 12 CLs, right? Yeah, Swamiji even did not take those leaves also. Swamiji did not miss throughout the whole 36 years single day his duty or responsibility, and more than that, it is a seva. Such persistency was in Swamiji's life. Swamiji was also given additional responsibility of Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul, that is, Swamiji was given seva of editorship. There is a magazine called Sadvidya, monthly magazine in Gujarati language, being published more than, I think, 65 or 70 years. So, 47 years Swamiji served as a editor of monthly Sadvidya magazine. So as all of us, we knew very well, right? Publishing anything monthly, it's not a easy task. Time to time collection of articles, collection of news of all branches, and again typing, proofing, getting published, and again posting in time. So such very cautious or great responsibility Swamiji had served and taken and paid 47 years. And it was the olden time. Even Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot, my dear Gurukul family member Shastriji Maharaj, as I said, he was one of the very great saint of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. So, in the whole Swaminarayan sect, Shastriji Maharaj had started on printing press in Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul. And in the whole Swaminarayan sect, all scriptures of Swaminarayan sect was being published very largely by Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul and by Shastriji Maharaj. So at that, it was the printing press, not like today's computer or offset printing. Each and every letter we have to set. Every letter had its own die or model. Like today's plastic, it comes, right, and children are playing. Such letters A, B, C, D, Abaka were coming, and for printing one page, every letter, every matra to be set, and then it would be printed. Very hard task it was, but such great and cautious responsibility Swamiji had paid and served just to please Shastriji Maharaj for 47 years. We have seen Swamiji's punctuality, persistency, but see, under punctuality, persistency is a different thing, right? Yeah, we can be punctual for time being, but persistency is a different thing. If one can lead that punctuality throughout the whole life, then it becomes persistency. Beyond that, as a third layer, behind the punctuality, persistency, and under the persistency, there is a dedication and devotion, or seva and devotion of Swamiji. You will say that Swamiji had served. Swamiji was, while doing seva, even Swamiji was singing devotional kirtans. While printing press seva Swamiji was doing, even Swamiji was chanting God's name, Bhagavan Swaminarayan's name, and he was singing devotional kirtans. Swamiji had learned by heart 500 kirtans. How many? 500s. I think many of us would not know even 5 today, right? Yeah. So, by this Swamiji's life, we have to learn something, and we have to also, at least one virtue, we have to follow in our life. So, Swamiji had learned 500 kirtans, and every day morning, while Shastriji Maharaj was present on this earth, Swamiji was finishing his puja early, and Swamiji was singing devotional kirtans in Shastriji Maharaj's puja, and Swamiji was pleasing to Shastriji Maharaj. So for many years, Swamiji had sang kirtans in early morning at the time of Shastriji Maharaj's puja, means our Guru Maharaj's puja. Swamiji also had remembered 35 complete Vachanamruts. There are 262 Vachanamruts, but more than 35 Vachanamruts were being remembered by Pujya Lakshminarayan Dasji Swamiji. And every day before he go to sleep, 3 to 5 Vachanamrut Swamiji was repeating and Swamiji was going for sleep. That means with remembering the divine words of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, Swamiji was going to the sleep. As here, weekly once we have Satsang and we are listening the words of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, right? But by this, even we can take one small niyam that every day I will read one Vachanamrut before I go to sleep. Swamiji was revising minimum 5 Vachanamruts every day, but at least we can learn as a Gurukul family member that one Vachanamrut every day I will read. If we can learn by heart, it is really good, but at least we will read and we will go to sleep. We can have that niyam by Swamiji's life. When Swamiji, at his old age, Swamiji went to the USA along with Shastriji Maharaj. And later, so as Swamiji was having responsibility of Sadvidya magazine monthly, so after 2 days of traveling, Swamiji had reached 10 o'clock at the New Jersey. All saints were also tired because they all were traveled by road. So at 10 o'clock, Swamiji reached to the location, devotee's house. Then from India, younger Swamiji, Shukvallabhdasji called and said that Swamiji, we have to publish monthly magazine and this is time for proofing. We have to go for printing tomorrow. So my dear devotees, Swamiji without going for even any other thing, Swamiji sat for computer and 1 hour Swamiji had proofed complete monthly magazine and 11 o'clock Swamiji had taken fruit at night 11 o'clock. So this is called his dedication, his devotion to the Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, to the Shastriji Maharaj and to the service of Gurukul. When Swamiji had served as a granted school of Gurukul Rajkot for 36 years, so every month Swamiji was being paid salary, and after Swamiji's service retirement also as a pension, Swamiji was getting pension. So dear Gurukul family members, in his 36 years of his service to the school, more than 2.5 crore rupees Swamiji was on as a salary. And even today, it was like 40 and 50 years back. So that time even 1 rupees was equal to today's 100 rupees. So this 2.5 crore, if we count in today's value, it would be around 10 crore. So 10 crore rupees on Swamiji's, against of Swamiji's service to the school was being credited to Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul account. Swamiji even did not touch single rupee from that. As you know that Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul and Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan saints and especially Shastriji Maharaj had maintained that originality of Swaminarayan sect, that none of us today under Pujya Pad Guru Maharaj 275 Swamijis are there. All are highly educated, well skillful, but none of them is even touching money or none of them having bank account or any lock and key in the ashram. As all of you are staying with saints, so most of you knew this. But completely detached from money and woman. That is being in Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot Sansthan. So Swamiji had served Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul with his service around 10 crore rupees, but he did not touch out of 10 crore even 1 rupees. He did not use even 1 rupees for his own sake. So this is called Seva, this is called dedication, this is called devotion, and this is called Nishkam Seva. Otherwise, at least Swamiji would use 1 lakh for him, right? No. Even Swamiji did not have his personal room or personal cupboard, anything there in ashram. He was just, throughout the whole life, he was sleeping in the lobby in veranda. He was not sleeping in the room itself. Such selflessly Swamiji had served Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul. And this, my dear students, this training or this inspiration Swamiji had achieved and received by Pujyapat Shastriji Maharaj Sri Dharmajivan Dasji Swami. That's why I am saying that why Shastriji Maharaj was one of the great saints of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, because his life was great, no doubt. Swamiji's life was unmatchable, but his saints under him, those who got trained, or his disciples, Sishyas, all our senior saints, their life is also unmatchable to the others. And that proves and that says that how was great Shastriji Maharaj and how was the Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. So Swamiji's life was completely dedicated to Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul and Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. Pujya Devaprasad Swamiji always says that if any soldier is giving his life on duty, on border, then he is called Shahid, right? He is called Shahid. So, if in our Gurukul tradition, all our senior saints, even Shastriji Maharaj, before Shastriji Maharaj and after Shastriji Maharaj also, or all saints left this world like on duty. Otherwise, age is always factor, body is body itself. As Pujya Swamiji, Pujya Lakshminarayan Dasji Swamiji went to Akshardham at the age of 80 years and 5 months. At the age of 80, my dear devotees, Swamiji was on duty. No doubt, now Swamiji was not going for teaching. But as I said, every day morning 5 o'clock, Swamiji was the first to take care of students while performing puja. So even the previous day, Swamiji went to Akshardham on 5th September early morning. So 4th September also Swamiji's complete schedule was as it is, morning waking up 3:30 and going to the sleep by 9:30. So 4th September also Swamiji woke up as it is he had all his routine activities. 3 o'clock, as I said, every day Swamiji was singing Kirtan when Thakurji wakes up. That day also Swamiji sang Kirtan standing in front of Thakurji. And that day automatically Swamiji had sang the Kirtan praying to Bhagavan Swaminarayan that take me to Akshardham. Such, today even after the satsang, we will listen one line of that Swamiji's. By chance, throughout the whole life Swamiji was singing Kirtans. But that day, as Pujya Shantipri Swamiji have come from US Gurukul, so just to collect few memories, Swamiji was standing in front of Thakurji and Pujya Lakshminarayan Swamiji was singing Kirtan, and Pujya Shantipri Swamiji was taking mobile video shooting just for a 1 minute to memory of himself. But by chance the next day Swamiji went to Akshardham, and that was the first kind of video recording and last recording. Otherwise Swamiji was singing everyday Kirtan, but that day naturally behind Swamiji, Shantipuri Swamiji recorded that video. We'll also have this after satsang. Dear devotees, on that day when Swamiji, like 5th September early morning, Swamiji went to Akshardham, right? So 4th September at till 9:30, Swamiji was writing a book, Gurukul Gaurav Gatha. Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul is completing 75 years. As we knew that we are celebrating Amrut Mahotsav. in December 22nd to 26 at Rajkot. So on that account, there was a book to be published, Gurukul Gaurav Gatha. So Pujya Swamiji, Lakshminarayan Swamiji is writing that book. So on 4th night till 9:30, Swamiji was busy and writing and proofing that book, Gurukul Gaurav Gatha. And early morning, Swamiji went to the Akshardham. Without any health problem, any physical dependency to others, Swamiji was, till previous night, Swamiji was on his duty and Swamiji left for Akshardham 5th morning. So, my dear Gurukul family members, such was the Swamiji's life. As we said, this can be called a divine incident or divine and auspicious death, because there are 2-3 another evidence how it can be said divine. No doubt, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had taken him to Akshardham. So Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Hyderabad is celebrating 25 years silver jubilee, right? So all senior saints, Pujyapad Guru Maharaj, Pujyapad Gnan Swarupdasji Swamiji from Junagadh Gurukul, Pujyapad Dharmulabhdasji Swamiji from Surat Gurukul, and all other Swamijis are going to come. So the very previous day, Pujya Krishnacharana Swamiji called all senior saints and confirmed to book their flight ticket. So Pujya Krishnacharana Swamiji also talked to the Pujya Lakshminarayan Swamiji that Swamiji, you have to also be present and bless on silver jubilee of Hyderabad Gurukul. So Swamiji said that if I am on this earth, I will come. If I am on this earth, then surely I will come. Swamiji was advanced. Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had said him that, yes, now I am going to come and take to you Akshardham. Swamiji said that I will be with Shastriji Maharaj, with other senior saints, those who already left to Akshardham. So Swamiji said that I will be in divine abode of Akshardham. So Pujya Krishnacharana Swamiji said that, no, Swamiji, now you have to finish till 100 years. Now you are just 80 years. Don't say such words that I want to go to Akshardham. But my dear family members, very next day, Swamiji went to Akshardham. So Swamiji was advancedly known that, yes, I am going to go Akshardham. Just few days back, Swamiji, there was a 2-piece of dhotis, old dhotis, 2 pieces were there. So Swamiji given one tailor devotee, Kishore Bhai, that you stitch it and I want to use it. So that devotee said that, Swamiji, this is too old. If we stitch also, it cannot be used. So better take a new dhoti. Then Pujya Lakshminarayan Swamiji said that this is the last time. After this, I will not ask you to stitch for me anything, right? This is the last time. What I mean to say is, Swamiji was, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had given darshan to the Shastriji Maharaj also in advance and said that I will take to you Akshardham. Pujya Niranmukta Dasji Swamiji, Mugat Swamiji from Junagadh Gurukul, also Swamiji was said in 3 days advance that I will go to Akshardham. In same case, Pujya Lakshminarayan Dasji Swamiji also was known advancedly that I am going to go to Akshardham. And these all are, even today, because of this technology and device, there is even recording are available, which is converse before in advance, whatever Swamiji have said. So my dear Gurukul family members, these all things happen, such a divine life and divine auspicious death or Akshardham Gaman of Swamiji, because Pujya Lakshminarayan Dasji Swamiji had very great firm faith in Shastriji Maharaj and Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. 40 years back or 50 years back, whatever seva Shastriji Maharaj had given to Swamiji, till his last breath, Swamiji did not stop it. Swamiji did not miss it. Till last breath, Shastriji Maharaj had given him seva of a monthly magazine and publication of Swaminarayan Gurukul department. So till 5th September Swamiji went early morning, and the previous day night 4th September till 9:30 Swamiji was busy in the same seva which was given by Shastriji Maharaj almost 50 years back. So my dear Gurukul family members, such firm faith in Shastriji Maharaj had led Swamiji's life such divine. While Swamiji was present, even his life was such auspicious and divine. But the last moment also, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan made his life very auspicious and divine. And at last, the day Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had chosen to take him to Akshardham, that is 5th September, right? Yeah. So 5th September is a Teacher's Day, right? 5th September is a Teacher's Day, and Swamiji had served 36 years Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul as a teacher. So even Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had selected to take him to Akshardham, the Teacher's Day, early morning. But Swamiji was not just only a teacher, he was even a Swamiji. So, being a Swamiji, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had selected the day on 5th September. It was a 5th September Teacher's Day, but it was also a day of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan's birthday. Means Sri Hari Jayanti. Means the bright half of the 9th of every month. We call Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan born, incarnated on this earth. Chaitra month means Ramnavami day. But the 5th September also was a 9th of bright half. We call Sri Hari Jayanti. So we can say that that was also a birthday and very auspicious day. On that day also all Swamijis perform extra penance and fasting like Ekadashi. So Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan had selected such a day that it was a Teacher's Day as well as it was a Sri Hari Jayanti, means birthday of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. So that is also another great blessings or evidence of Swamiji's dedication, devotion and service to the Gurukul, to the Shastriji Maharaj and to the Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. My dear Gurukul family members, at end what I want to say is how great fortune and blessed we all are. No doubt, being a Indian or being a Hindu, we have many different temples and different Swamijis. No doubt, all people are joined to the different people and different Swamijis and they believe them as a guru. Fine. But we are so fortunate enough that even today in such Kali Yuga, Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan is present, and that is a supremacy of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. That is a extraordinariness of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan, and the same originality of Swaminarayan sect Shastriji Maharaj had followed in his life and passed to the next generation. And today Pujyapad Guru Maharaj, Pujyapad Sadguru Sri Devprasad-dasji Swamiji and other saints are continuing that. And directly or indirectly, knowingly, unknowingly, all of you are also either join as a students, join as a staff member or join as a Swamiji. We are also the disciple of Pujyapad Guru Maharaj and Shastriji Maharaj. But the original thing what we have and we have achieved, my dear family members, I think it is only and only our Purva Janma Sukrut. Otherwise one cannot get this such pious company of saints, such great gurus and such organization like Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul. So all devotees as well as even saints of Swaminarayan sect, if they are true devotee and if they are true saints and if they are followed the true tradition of Guru Parampara, then Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan promised that I will take to you Akshardham at my last moment, at your last moment. So my dear Gurukul family members, let's we all also become a bona fide and certified devotee of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan by following Panch Vartman, taking Vartman Diksha from Guru Maharaj, and all these Panch Vartman we also follow in our life, and we also learn from Swamiji's life and develops our more and more faith, devotion, dedication towards Gurukul saints and Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan. And may Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan bless all of us to develop our such firm faith in Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan and take us to Akshardham at our last moment. Bolo Swaminarayan Bhagavan ki jai. At last, even time is up, but let's to also have just 5 minutes to see the Swamiji's last darshan and see how Swamiji's body was soft and smooth. Otherwise, most of you might have seen in the society expiry of others. But when person gets expired, his body gets tight like dried wood log. But after leaving this body, one who went to the divine abode of God, his complete body will be so soft, so smooth and relaxed like a butter. So even we'll have that darshan of Swamiji's mortal body and the Antim Sanskar also. Whenever Gujarati comes, let's forward. The last means 4th September, Swamiji sang Kirtan. Yeah, this.
आनंद अतिशय तुम मिलियो तो आनंद अतिशय विसरत सब दुख वारंवारा एक आधार मेरे तो तुम एक आधार रसिक शिरोमणि तुम बिन मोकू रसिक शिरोमणि तुम बिन मोकू लगत जग सुख चरत अंगारा एक आधार मुक्तानंद कहे अंतर्यामी मुक्तानंद कहे अंतर्यामी कहा कहूँ मेरे प्रीतम प्यारा कहा कहूँ मेरे प्रीतम प्यारा
At the age of 80 years, every day Swamiji was singing Kirtan, and this was the last on 4th September.
Swami,
Swaminarayan.
Lakshminarayan પૂછવાનું છે ને?
Forward this.
એક મિનિટ લક્ષ્મણ
This is a talk in Gujarati with Pujya Krishna Chandu Swamiji that I will be in Akshardham. Yeah, 5th September, early morning, Hari Jayanti day. See the last ritual of Swamiji's Abhishek. As looks like Swamiji is sitting live, and the glory of Swamiji's face is even more than before. Pujyapad Guru Maharaj performs Dandvat and Pujyapad Sadguru Sri Dev Prasad Dasji Swamiji. Devotees from all over Gujarat also have come for last darshan of Swamiji. Lalji Bhai Patel. Pujyapad Gnan Sarup Dasji Swami. students, devotees and saints are performing dhun.
Swaminarayan, 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 Swaminarayan,
Last pujan. Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul Rajkot premises. Thousands of devotees and saints were present for the last darshan and Swamiji's Antim Sanskar. Those who are sitting, out of them, I think most of them are a student of Swamiji, because Swamiji have taught English and Rajkot Gurukul alumni.
શાસ્ત્રી મહારાજની રુચિમાં રહેના.
Forward kar.
સ્વામીની આંખ ફરે અથવા મન ફરે ને ત્યાં બધું ચાલી.
They are now going for Antim Sanskar. See how Swamiji's mortal body is free and soft and smooth. Each and every part of body is being bent as we want. Along with all ritual, Swamiji's Antim Sanskar was performed. Okay. So my dear Gurukul family members, such great, glorious company we have achieved as a Gurukul family members. Let's be a staunch devotee of Bhagavan Sri Swaminarayan and Sevak of Sri Swaminarayan Gurukul. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.
Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.
जय स्वामीनारायण स्वामी जी
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.
Jai Swaminarayan Swamiji.
Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan. Jai Swaminarayan.